All right, here we go. Here's another update. What's going on around our country. We're in the United States of America. If you guys have never been to our channel before, my wife and I, we live off-grid in a log cabin on 11 acres. We grow 90% of our own food. We're pretty much checked out of the rat race. We're only keeping an eye on this stuff, A, because it matters. Don't hide in a hole and don't think, you know, this stuff doesn't matter, right? Because it's going to affect your daily life, okay? So there's one thing to be totally consumed by it, but there's another thing just to kind of keep your ear on the ground like the Indians did. You know, you could hear the buffalo stampeding from far away. So at least keep your ear on the ground, and that way you guys can make some kind of movement, right, to better your situation, okay? I did a video on, I think it was Saturday, about the train system, right? They were all poised to go on strike. It was supposed to go down today. President Biden did step in Friday night late. It was in between my posting the video and the information that he had coming out. So there was a little lag there, right? But I'm just trying to get you guys this information as fast as I'm getting it. I got the article. I normally don't even post videos on Saturday. I thought it was important enough to share with you guys. And here's where we are today. So they extended it for another 60 days. And there's no telling if that's actually going to get worked out. And you have to keep an eye on other train unions or folks around the globe, because there seems to be a little problem with the train folks. And another thing, real quick before we get into this article, because this one's a doozy, you know, I'm not saying anything about the workers, okay? The workers need to get fair pay, right? I was listening to Jim Rohn. He's a good mentor of mine, and he was explaining about this this concept that his mentor was teaching him when he said that, why are you only making this much money? And he said, this is all the company will pay. And he said, that's not true. And he thought, what? And it's not true, because your company has a lot of different people in it that make all kinds of different pay levels. So you try to up your pay at your company, but ultimately you leave the company, right, to find a better paying job or to better yourself. You're not supposed to get in there and root in for 100 years. That used to be the way, but it's not really the way anymore. And so my point was about the unions, right? The unions are corrupt from management, not the people in the unions, right? I was in a union before. I don't want to make this a long video, but I remember going on strike, right? We were one of the only type of unions that we had in the St. Louis metro area. I remember being out there striking. I had the big 18-wheeler, and they inflated the big rat. I mean, it was all to shame the dealership that I was working at. We had a salesman's union. It was kind of something. And what ultimately happened was they paid me $30 a week to walk the line and get their message out, while all the management and everybody else still made all their money. So bottom line is, I was just talking about the management of the unions are corrupt. And then I pointed out, not all unions are, right? And unions back in the day were to be good, right? They actually helped the employees band together. It actually helped them stop the 7-day work week down to 5. It helped them get more better hours. All that stuff is true, right? But today's union is not your grandpa's union, okay? They're on the wrong side of a lot of social issues, and they're a big cause of a lot of the problems that we're experiencing here today. And that's just one guy's opinion with a, you know, cool hat and out in the woods here. All right, now let's get on to today's story, right? I would like to clear all this stuff up. I do read your comments, and it's important to me, right? I don't want to be out here shuffling any kind of misinformation or, you know, getting you guys all spiked up when you don't need to be, right? But I do want you guys to stay paying attention. We're going through a transition. It could be very painful if you're not paying attention, and that's how it always is in history, okay? And we don't know where this is going to go. We're all just like pawns on the board, and we're just waiting for them to make their moves, and then we adjust. That's how it always is. Armed feds pay visit to Amish farmer faces hundreds of thousands in fines. Amos Miller, an Amish farmer who runs a holistically managed small farm, bird in hand, Pennsylvania, grows and prepares food in tune with nature, the way he believes God intended. This seems like a sound idea to the approximately 4,000 customers purchases Miller's meat, eggs, dairy products from his private members-only food club. Now, he had to start a members-only food club because there's some kind of regulation over there that's stopping him from just having the general public come to his store, okay? So he's doing the workaround, just like everybody does. The federal government, however, appears to disagree, right? A federal judge recently ordered Miller to cease and desist all meat sales. Our Organic Wellness reported U.S. Marshals were deployed to search Miller's property, and then they inventoried his stock to assure that he doesn't sell or slaughter any more animals. In other words, the Fed shut down Amos Miller's operation. Now, we had not such a hardcore thing happen a little while ago. It was probably 2 years or a little more, to our Amish meat processing guy. The USDA came in and they tried to basically force him to comply with rules that they know he can't comply with. Okay, so they're into this refrigeration. He has a system set up where they bring in the box cars, the 18-wheeler box cars with the big freezers on them, right? So they have those backed into the property during the harvesting of the deer, right? We have a big deer season around here. And then he puts all the meat inside of there, and then everyone comes and picks it up, and then that's how he was handling his meat as well for people that brought in cows and sheep and that wanted any kind of butchering done, right? Well, they came in and raised a big stink about that. He had to build this whole new facility, redo his whole little thing. And so I'm just kind of letting you guys know, like, they're really after the food situation. They're really monitoring who's doing the food, why they're doing the food, where the food's coming from, because just like Henry Kissinger said, control the food, control the people. Miller claims he's being persecuted by the federal government for practicing his religious beliefs and religious freedoms to grow and prepare food according to his religious beliefs, right? Which all of us do. We actually plant because we know that the Father has given us all good things for our body, and the seed that he gives us is good for our body, okay? And we also plant according to signs. We plant according to the moon. We plant according to scripture, right? We have sabbaticals, all this kind of stuff, okay? And that's where I was getting in my last video. I was talking about how they're going to pin you down to make you conform to things you don't agree with because you're in the system, right? To believe your own thought, to believe what is true for you in your private heart is true for all men. That is genius. So wrote American philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson in his influential 1841 essay of self-reliance. Once upon a time, America respected the notion of self-reliance. It was the heart of the American mythos. Not anymore. Think about that, guys. That is so true. We're moving faster and faster into groupthink, right? The individual is slowly fading unless we can speak up, right? In March, George Lapsley, a court-appointed expert to receive unimpeded access to Miller's farm to inspect the facilities according to the Food Safety News. On March 11th, Lapsley reported that Mr. Miller did not fully cooperate and requested assistance from the U.S. Marshal Service, right? So some guy goes in there with a bad attitude. He's showing the slightest bit of resistance, and they come in full force. And why do they do that? They do that to intimidate you, okay? Federal Judge Edward G. Smith of Eastern District of Pennsylvania then ordered that the USMS was authorized to use whatever reasonable force was necessary to gain entry into the facilities to authorize and inspect. Furthermore, according to the Food Safety News, the court's order permitted Lapsley to make unannounced visits to Miller's farm, basically trespassing. Presumably this meant anytime, day or night, never mind, God, Big Brother is here. Okay, that's an article floating around. It's the Western Journal, a couple of other commentaries in there from some other links. I'm a little bit slow on getting you some of the news. Stuff that's really important, I'm going to get to you as fast as I can. This was kind of, I just want to make you aware of this, okay? They're clamping down on the food. I was also reading an article that was talking about how we think in America, for sure, that there's all these companies that own all these food companies, and what's happening is there's like 8 major conglomerates, or it might be 12, but I'm thinking there's 8, that actually have bought up everything. Okay, so they're controlling everything, and that's the first thing they're going to do. Another reason why Bill Gates has grown up a lot of farmland, okay, he's buying up a lot of farmland. He's the largest farmland owner in America now, all of a sudden, and that's because their agenda is to push you off of the backyard farming, to push you off of growing food for yourself, to push you off of the farmers and the ranchers, and to put you into this synthesized meat, right? The stuff they're going to make plant-based, all this stuff, right? So that way they could create a new revenue stream. I'm going to do a whole nother video about that. Leave it down below if you want to hear that video. I'm going to tell you guys why we're being funneled, okay? And it's just one man's opinion, but it makes a lot of sense. And I got some Ukraine stuff too that might blow your mind, right? But I don't know how much you guys want to know. So you leave it down in the comments what you're thinking. Stay tuned to every video, because this month in July we're doing Always Be Prepared. And we're giving away stuff all month. We've given away an Alexa Pure water purifier. We've given away a sun oven. We've given away a $800 prep pack to some folks. We're giving away several of these $200 gift cards, and I'm going to drop one in the video right now, a $200 Visa gift card. We want you guys to be prepared. So we're actually even sending you money and sending you things to help you achieve the goal, because we're not fooling around, right? We're really serious on us helping you guys, right? Appreciate all the love and support. Thanks for showing up to the channel all that you can. And all I want you to do down below is tell me what you would add to your preps with a $200 Visa card. Make sure you're registered on the master list at Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. Always Prepared giveaway will pop up here at the top. All you have to do is hit that button to enter the giveaway, right? And then all you got to do is just put your name and email. Big deal, right? And sometimes we'll contact you guys with some information via the email, right? It's just another way we can keep connected with you guys. So you leave your name and your email. It's totally free, and then we send these prizes out to you guys. And just make sure you're registered there first. That box will pop up if you're on your laptop or computer. It works a little faster. But that's how you do it. And then we're going to pick somebody out of these comments, and then we cross-reference it here, and then we send out the $200 Visa gift card for this video. Never know what will be on the future video. So make sure you watch every single video all the way to the end. Smash that thumbs up on the way out if you find a little value in this, man. Keep your head on a swivel. We don't know what's going on around here. And like I say, we're going to be the last to know. But if you guys keep staying prepared, even if you don't have a lot of money, if you're just putting back a little bit every time, you're going to be a lot more prepared when the other shoe drops than you would be if you just ignored it and kept your head in the sand, right? You guys have a great day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.